Hello my YouTube friends, welcome to this demonstration where I just want to show you some of the latest updates in Revit 2026.2. Now the updates that I want to show you are for architects and also civil and structural engineers. So if you like what I'm doing on this channel, please don't just watch my videos, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and most importantly, check my website skillmaxcard.com for some exciting and detailed courses. So let's begin in this demonstration. So the first update that I want to show you is for civil and structural engineers, and I'm so excited with this update because it makes work very easy. So you notice that there has been an improvement in the way you work with the constraints on rebar. So if I just zoom in here, if I want to edit the constraints for this particular bar, that is the starter bar. So if I select on it, all right, I can go to edit constraints the way we just do it. So within the edit constraints here, I can maybe decide on what I want to do with the bar. But maybe if I want now to make modifications to the properties of this bar, now I'm able to do that. I can easily go to the properties, maybe change the bar type, and I can do that. In the previous versions of Revit, you are not able to do this. So this is a very nice update. I can change the bars here, as you can see, while in the in the constraints command. All right, now the other thing is that sometimes maybe you are working in this particular view and you are not able to, maybe I want to raise this bar a bit. Okay, maybe because of the 3D view, I'm not able to see properly or how far I want to move this bar. I can easily switch to a different view. Again, in the previous versions of Revit, you're not able to do that. I can switch to this particular view. For example, you see that I want to move this bar. Now I can continue working without a problem. Maybe I just want to change to toggle the clear distance to this one here, so that now maybe I want to type maybe -8 or maybe actually +8. I just want to move it up there. Maybe click there so that it touches. Click once again. Maybe this is too much. Let me maybe 6. Okay, perfect. So now it touches there, and you see that I can continue doing that. Maybe click on finish. I can select this one also. Click on edit constraints. Select this one like that. Then maybe 6 also. And you see that I'm able to switch from one view to the other. I can go back to the 3D view and continue doing this without any problem. So this makes work easier as you are working in Revit, so that you can now configure your bars as you want. I'll simply click on finish. Okay, the other thing that has also been updated in Revit 2026.2, if I just go to 3D view, okay, and let me change to maybe to accelerated graphics tech preview. Now, in working in Revit is becoming faster and faster. So now if I switch here and click on OK, of course you are not going to feel, because I know that it's very fast. Those who've tested this can bear with me that it's very fast to work in Revit now because of the accelerated tech preview. Now, in addition to that, in Revit 2026.2, if I select on any element here now, I'm able to see what is inside there. All right. So in the previous versions, again, you are not able to do that. But with this one now, once I click on it, I'm able now to see what is inside. All right. Now let's proceed now to some of the improvements for architects. I'm just going to open this little house here. So I orbit it like this. Now, for architects, what has just been improved is now just the addition of some more libraries, so that you can use your libraries within your project. Maybe you avoid going to external sources. So now you may need to make sure that you install the library so that it can appear here under Revit 2026.2. So you notice here that if I just go to Revit Architecture, then go to Component, then click on Component here, then I just go to Load Family here. Okay, so some of the, if I just go, let me just go back there and go to US here. Under this library now, we have some new components that you can use. If you're using an older version or previous version, you are not going to see this. So let me first of all go to, if I just go to casework, right? I'll go to casework there. Then I'll go to shelving. You notice here that there are these shelves. For example, this one, if I just open it, okay, I've loaded it here. I can go maybe to level 1. Okay, now I want the shelving. Where is it? It's right here. You see that now you have these components whereby you can just click the first point and the second point. This is a line-based family, and you can easily, place it where you want your component to be. So these are quite helpful for architects. Now, if I just add a camera there, let me just go to view, then go to 3D view and camera. You can just click a first point and the second point. I open it. You see that, we have those shelving, and you can see that it looks really, really good. And you can just use these things within Revit. Now, let me also look at some more components that have been added here. I can still go to architecture and place a component. Okay, load the component there. Let me go back and I'll just try to go to maybe siting there. I'll go to site. You see that if I go to fire pits there, you see that we have all these fire pits, as you can see. If I just open on this one, maybe let me just add it somewhere here, escape from there. And you see that if I go to my 3D view, you see that I have the fire pit. Now it's supposed to be, let me just select on it or just move it inside there. All right, you can see that some of these components are really, really good. Now, what you can do to just know all the components that have been added here, make sure that you can go to Autodesk and see the actual number of components and which ones are those, so that you can straight go to those components and utilize them if need be. Now, maybe let me show you one more from the other folder there. I can just go back there and we have loans. Maybe now I don't need even to open these. You see that we have these shades which were not there previously. Okay, let me just go back once here. Do we have, let me go to, we have gone to furniture. I think I can go to furniture here also. For example, if I just open indoor, you can see that we have the rugs, we have these chairs, like this one really looks good. Wall frame, let me select this one and that one. Maybe let me just load all these. Okay. Now, if I just go there, this is for the walls. Okay, so this is for the wall. Maybe let me just add it next to this one so that we can see it. I'll add it there. Then let me also CS on my keyboard to create similar. Let me also add some. Okay, I can add maybe even this chair. As you can see, this is the latest addition. I'll just add it here. All right, maybe let me also add, if I just go to texture, furniture there, then let me just go to, I want to load some more. Okay, escape once from my keyboard. There's that chair which looks really, really good. So I'll just go back there, indoor. Okay, this one right here, I'll open it and let me add it here also. All right, so I think you've seen that there are a number of components which you can, so you can see that we have now, such kind of components. They look really, really good. You can see that if I just go inside, we have this one here. Now there was a chair which I added there. Okay, you see that the wall, the rug there on the wall is right there, and we have those, as you can see. So these can be used within your project, and just make sure that you read, from the Autodesk website there, which components are those, so that you can start utilizing them. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please don't forget to like my videos and subscribe to my channel.